stuff that I want to tell you now about earning money. A, I'm going to give you paradigms. How do you choose a job or a profession? How do you relate to your success or failure? What would make giving charity real? What would make it unreal? Okay, so 3 different things. Bear with me. So there are ground rules for choosing a job or a profession. I'm just going to run them by you very quickly. 1, God gave you potentials. Use them. Usually what you like is what you're good at. Use your potentials. So if you like intricacy and numbers and detail, accounting is good for you. If you're an artistic type, accounting is not good for you. Okay, next, if that still leaves many doors open, there are a lot of things you like. Look at what is actually out there, because it's God's providence to put you in your times, in your place. So look what's there. Don't make an emotional agenda where I want to be a painter, but there's no market for painting. Okay, clear? Next, if there are still doors open, look at what will benefit your society the most. If there are still doors open, there are lots of things that will benefit my society. Really look at people who work in that job and that profession and see how it affects them on a human level. So in fashion, you have to be careful with that, as I'm sure you know. Okay, in working for charity organizations, you have to watch out for that. I'm sure when you get to the top, you see people who are into power playing and various other things. So you have to say, this is what I want, but I have to be guarded, okay? Last, look at what pays the best. So it's on the chart, but it's not number 1. And the reason why it's not number 1 isn't that we don't like and value material things, we do. But it's because if most people spend most of their time working, it's not worth working only for money if you have options. Sometimes there are no options. Sometimes any job is the job you have to take. Suppose you're stuck taking any job. That happens to people in life. So I'll give you an example of this. We have lots of relatives, actually, who, when they came to America, they had no skills, no language. Some of them wanted to keep Shabbos. So what jobs were available, do you think?
Not many.
Not many. So there's somebody who actually, in the end, became a very well-known author in Rosh Yeshiva, whose career for years was selling vacuum cleaners door to door, because he could set his own hours and he didn't have to work on Shabbos. Okay, clear? So you may have to end up doing any job. Life is long, you don't know where you'll end up. How can you take any job and still approach it heroically? Inspire people, and again, approach it as a giver. You could approach any job as a giver. So sometimes, in order to broaden you and deepen you, the challenge you're going to have is not finding the job you want. Okay, now since outcomes belong to God, you don't have to just take any job out of desperation. Give yourself time to find what you want, but if it's clearly not happening, then accept that for right now you might have to broaden yourself in a different direction. Okay, clear? Okay, other challenges. What do you do if you don't have the amount of money you would like to have, even though you're following the rules? You're working in a job that's creative, and it uses your energies, and improves the world, and you don't make much money. So I'm going to tell you something radical. You ready for a radical thought? If you're making normal efforts, I'm not talking about laziness, if you're making normal efforts, and you don't have enough money, and the job fits, then realize what you have is what you need. You don't have to be so needy. You don't have to need that much. You could reduce your need list so that you could be living most of your hours, most of your days, doing things that fit you. That makes sense to you? Okay. Then we have the other extreme. Let's say you succeed beyond your wildest imaginations. Okay, could that happen? It could. Okay. Do people always know what to do with themselves when they have a lot of money? Now remember, you can only eat 3 meals a day. You can only wear one outfit at a time. Okay. So do you know who Imelda Marcos was? She was the ruler of the Philippines. And she got to that place through the tyranny that hallmarked her reign. She had almost unlimited funds. This is in a country where people starved. When she died, she had over 5,000 pairs of shoes. So using my handy little hand calculator, it worked out that she would have enough shoes to wear for 5 years, if she were to change them every half hour for 12 hours a day.
That's crazy.
Okay, so nobody needs that many shoes. We'll agree on that? What do you think motivated her to keep on buying them? The inner lack of satisfaction. So when you have more than you need, which is a big honesty issue, because people could redefine need like almost infinitely, but when you have more than you need, realize you'll have more satisfaction at that point from giving than you have from consuming.